Hello everybody, my name's Hiram Clark. I am doing this presentation for my CIT 230 class, and today I'm presenting on the Favicon and the htaccess file. Sorry about my microphone, it doesn't project very loud, so I'll try to speak up a little bit while I do this presentation. Alright, so the Favicon is actually short for favorite icon. Here you can see I have a couple of examples of favicons that I've used in websites. One for the mountain spokes and one for a weather site I made. This is where the favicon will actually appear on your tab, or also in your bookmarks. It should appear there as well, and there are some other places that the favicon can display. So, the favicon is used as a bookmark icon. Originally in Internet Explorer 5, back then it was called the favorites section, so you could favorite a page. Now we just call it bookmarking. But that's actually where the favorite icon came from the favorites page back in Internet Explorer 5. So it's a favorite icon for your favorite page. A side effect of this actually is back in the day, what they would do is they could count how many people were bookmarking your page by counting the requests that was made for the favorite icon. And nowadays that doesn't work because now all browsers will default load those. But back in the day, when it would only show up if you would favorite the page, then they could count how many people were favoriting or bookmarking their pages. That was pretty cool. So this can't be done anymore though, just because, like I said, the modern browsers automatically load them instead of when you bookmark them. Originally, the favicon was a .ico extension. That's not the same anymore. Nowadays, most modern browsers will support the .png or .gif, and most browsers will also support the .jpeg. A few browsers will do a couple other ones, like even animated GIFs, but for the most part, it's the three main ones are ICO, PNG, and GIF. So there are a lot of different ways that you can code a favicon into your web page. This is the basic way that I use it. It's just simple and easy, but I mean, there's a lot of different ways that you can go, and if you want to look up different ways to do it, you can look through on any any search browser will show you how to find different ways to link those up. Alright, the next one I want to talk about is the htaccess file. So this is a configuration file for use on web servers running the Apache web server software. So, and what it does is they can be used to alter configuration of the Apache web server software to enable or disable additional functionality or features that the Apache web server software has to offer. So, I mean, that can be used to facilitate facilitates including basic redirect functionality. For instance, if a 404 file not found occurs, then it'll redirect it to a specific page for it. If you don't want to just have to show the 404 file, you can have your own web page to say that it's on the wrong page. Or more advanced functions could be such as content password protection or image hotlink prevention. So to do that, you just place an htaccess file in a directory. And then when the Apache server loads, the file will execute the configuration commands located within. So when an htaccess file is executed, it takes effect on all the directories into which it was placed and all the subdirectories of that directory. So where you place your htaccess file is important as well. And a big thing to remember is that the .htaccess file is that's the entire file name. It's not just the extension. So you wouldn't call something like for example, like configuration.htaccess. It doesn't work like that. The whole file name is .htaccess. It's not just the extension. So you can create the htaccess file using any good text editor, such as TextPad, UltraEdit, or Microsoft WordPad. It doesn't work in the really basic text editors, such as the Microsoft Notepad. So you do need a good text editor, but most text editors will be able to create an htaccess file. I'll go ahead and show you an example. This is what you would put inside a htaccess file. An example of something you could put in there, and kind of what each part does is down here. So the first part in red is what it's doing is it's enabling password protection on the directory, and you give it the author name and the author type, and then you require that it be valid using the password. And then you can also show a redirect to a custom error page. If they fail to log in correctly, it'll send them to this error page instead of kind of like the other one where it's the 404 file where it says file not found or whatever. You can give it you can tell it to, hey, give him my page instead of the default 404 page. And then the last part enables the SSI server-side includes for use with the HTML files. So that's a pretty basic one. If you do want to learn more about htaccess, go ahead and go down to this website down here. It has a lot of stuff about htaccess, and thank you for listening.